All right, Crim 28. For some reason, I thought I already did this, so I apologize for not having posted this video yet. But this is I'm going to kind of go over the syllabus so that we're all clear on what is going on this semester. This is Crim 28, Probation and Parole for the fall of 21. This is an asynchronous online class, meaning we are not going to meet via Zoom. We may do some kind of informal, not required Zoom meetings, just to maybe do discussions and stuff like that, but not they will not be mandatory. It is a 3-unit course. There is my name, Kathleen Fernandez. I am a criminology instructor. That is where my office is. That is in Social Science, room 113. Those are my office hours, but I am very flexible and I will meet with you. We can email, we can talk by phone, we can do Zoom, but just reach out to me if you have questions, concerns, issues you want to meet. I really do try my best to be as flexible as possible, and will try my best to work with you. There is my email, and that is my office phone. I have to honestly say I don't know that I've ever heard my phone ring before. I happen to be sitting in my office at this very moment because it is during my office hours, but if you leave me a message at that number, that 559-442-8200 extension 8375, I will get an email if I don't happen to be sitting in here. So you can use that to make contact with me. There is a course description here. It is taken directly from the catalog. It would be great if you have taken or are taking English 1A, but it is not required. And I only say it would be great because we do have a research paper in this class. So that would be great, but not required. Textbook is listed here, should be in the bookstore. But it's always a good idea to try and see if you can price it out better on Amazon or some other way, because I think the bookstore is usually quite a bit more expensive than other places. Student learning outcomes. These are things that I am required to make sure that you know by the end of this class. So explain the historical, developmental concepts of probation and parole systems, compare and contrast the systems of probation and parole, and identify and properly use the terminology of probation and parole and community corrections. If you have a disability, excuse me, please contact the DSPNS office, and there's their phone number. They are also here on campus. If you require an accommodation, they will let me know, and we will all work together to make sure that we can get whatever services you require to you, so that we can make sure that we can all work together and make this a successful semester for everyone. So please do make contact with the DSPNS office, and we will get that working for you. Technical requirements. A computer. We really strongly suggest that you have a computer, and do not try and do this with just a phone. And you'll see in my other video under services, we are loaning out computers. So you do not have an excuse not to have a computer. We need you to have a computer to do this class, or tablet. If you are when you work on Canvas, the search engine or browser Chrome works best with Canvas. People a lot of times will have trouble with Internet Explorer or other internet provider. It's not an internet provider. It's a search engine. What else do they call it? They call it something else. I'm using an old school word, but you know what I mean. Use Chrome. Internet connection is definitely a must. YouTube. I use YouTube a lot for my videos. It just seems to be most convenient because I think most of you have it on your phones. So you can watch the videos at least on your phones. Adobe Reader, Word, PDF, PowerPoint. Web-based course. You do need to make weekly contact, but we won't have specific meeting times. Attendance is taken directly from the course catalog. We've already passed through all this, so I apologize. Hopefully you read it before. We will have discussion questions once per week, plus regular assignments, and that would be typically quizzes, some reaction papers, research paper, and discussion questions. Those are typically going to be all of the grades for the semester, but the discussion questions will be weekly, and they're basically like attendance / participation points. So I will typically post those on a Sunday. I put Monday here just to give myself some leverage, but I typically post everything on Sundays. And then you have to respond by Friday at 11:59 p.m. You must actively participate in meaningful discussion. If you put yes or no, or even one sentence on there, you're probably not going to get full points. I want some meaningful discussion. Don't make me put word counts on here and make you, count and reply to each other and all that kind of stuff. Just, do your part and give some sort of a meaningful response. I also expect that you're going to be respectful and courteous of each other. We are going to talk about some things that are going to be hot topic or hot button issues, and you're going to have opinions, and other people's opinions are going to be different than yours. And I expect that we're all going to be respectful of each other. Sometimes that gets tricky because some of the issues, again, they can get pretty heated. So again, please be respectful and courteous of each other, and I encourage you to respond to each other's posts, but I'm not going to force you to do that. I don't know, it seems silly to make people respond to other people's stuff when they're just saying it because they have to, not because they want to. I don't know, does that make sense? Anyways, you can be dropped if you are not participating, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to drop you. So if you want to drop the class, it's your responsibility to drop. You should drop. Number 4 seems ridiculous because you can talk to whoever you want while you're on your computer, I guess. I don't like late work. It really drives me nuts. So please try and get your stuff in on time. These are the instructional methods, grading methods. Pretty basic. Plagiarism tends to be my big issue, and it tends to be a big issue with the research papers. When you turn your research paper in by way of Canvas, it will automatically get referred to turn it in, and I will invariably get papers back that are 70–80% plagiarized. It's just not okay. You cannot do that. It's not allowed. So please, 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 do not plagiarize. Don't cheat. Don't plagiarize. Yeah. Disclaimer, this is a criminology class. We're going to talk about things that are not very pretty. Crime is dirty, messy, ugly. It is racist. It is sexist. It is disgusting at points. We're going to talk about a lot of things that are not going to be pleasant. We're going to talk about a lot of things that might make you uncomfortable. These are things that we have to talk about if we want to be real about the criminal justice system and about our world that we live in. So please keep these things in mind when we're having these discussions, and understand that this is, again, it's a criminology course. It's kind of to be expected. I'm going to expose you to things. We're going to expose each other to topics that are not comfortable. So please be prepared for that in this class. Research papers. I'm not going to read this word for word, but it's very specific as to what you need to put in your research paper. Okay. Extra credit. I'm going to put something on later. Not sure what yet, but I'll figure it out later. Here is the schedule. Weeks 1 and 2, introduction, syllabus review, and chapter 1. You'll note that the syllabus review is this. I'm a little bit late, but we're still in weeks 1 and 2, so I guess I'm still on time. Introduction and chapter 1. If you look under modules, chapter 1, the PowerPoint lecture is already up. So basically, we're just going to follow through here. Probably the end of the week, near the end of the first week of September, we will have quiz 1. and so on and so forth. This is basically our schedule. Important dates, and that's really it. If you have any questions, concerns, or issues, please, by all means, let me know.